No, it was further down the road. So, and then he pulled into somewhere that was safe, and then drove off, nearly hit me with his bus in the process. So, listen, do you stand on your oath today, officer?
I can't, sorry, I can't hear you.
Do you stand on your oath today?
Do I stand on my oath?
Yeah, are you here?
One man who's just blocked in a bus, one driver who tried to run, and one police officer whose real test is about to begin. By the time this video ends, you won't believe how a simple accident scene turned into a full-blown confrontation, one where the officer's own integrity gets called into question. Watch the full story from start to finish.
Hiya mate, how you doing? Okay?
Driver of the BMW?
I am, yeah.
What's happened?
So basically we were down just before the sort of closed lane further down the road, and I was in the open lane. I let someone come in front of me because it was merging, and he's decided to try and push in. He struck the side of my vehicle. Okay. It's relatively minor damage, you know what I mean, but when I asked him to give me some information, he refused to give me his information, and he drove off, nearly hitting me with his bus in the process. And the damage is just here. As I say, it's relatively minor, and yeah, he drove off, and as I say, nearly knocked me over in the process. And so I've then seen him here pulled in, so I pulled in to stop him from going anywhere, and he's still refusing to give me his information. His supervisor came down saying that he should have given me the information, and yeah, he's still refusing, and apparently he's disputing what happened, despite the fact that they've got several cameras and I've got it on camera as well.
What's this? Well, I'm assuming, I know you spoke to my colleague, what's this from your side of view things?
So the guy struck the side of my vehicle trying to squeeze in when he had no space to get in. I've asked him to provide his information. He's given me a bit of information saying Tottenham High Road or whatever, bus 577. I said that's not the information you're supposed to provide. I says I need sort of your insurance.
He thought he could hit, run, and hide behind a bus company badge. He was wrong. What you're about to watch is a full-blown standoff between a self-titled auditor, a runaway bus driver, and a police force that's about to be put on trial themselves. Buckle up, because this isn't just a fender bender. This is about to become a masterclass in accountability, or the lack of it. The auditor lays out his case straight to camera, calm but seething. He recounts the hit, the refusal to exchange information, and the near miss as the bus allegedly clipped him while fleeing. This is the calm before the storm, the setup. Every detail he states here becomes ammunition for what's coming. Notice how methodical he is. Timestamps, damage, witnesses. He's not just venting, he's building a case.
This information, blah, 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 blah. He said, I don't need to give you nothing, I don't need to give you nothing. Then he's attempted to drive, well, he did drive off, nearly knocked me over in the process, and then he's pulled in here, so I've then blocked him in to stop him going anywhere and phoned you guys.
Okay. Is that why you're filming? Because he tried to allegedly knock you over?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and he's hit my vehicle and he's left the scene of an accident. So he has without providing information. Pardon?
He hasn't done that because he's here?
No, the accident was down there. The accident was down the road. The accident wasn't here, so he has done that.
Have you given... So what details have been exchanged?
Bus number 577, Tottenham High Road, that was it. He drove off, shut the window, drove off, nearly knocked me over at that point.
Okay. Let me do some checks, hang on.
So he has left the scene of an accident, because the accident happened away down there.
Well, the thing is, if it's happened in the main roads,
yeah,
then you would appreciate if you're able to drive into appropriate area of the road, such as bus lane.
I get that.
That's quite
So let me stop you right there.
Go ahead.
So when he pulled in after the accident, it was further down this bus lane, when there was no obstructions on the road. So he did pull into a safe area, so he did. But then he's taken off. The only reason he stopped here was to get passengers off the bus. If he didn't have to get passengers off the bus, he'd have been further down the road by now, and I wouldn't have been able to stop him. So he did leave the scene of an accident. And as I say, it's all on camera, I've got the witness, it doesn't lie.
That's no problem at all, but I see he has eventually stopped, so he has stopped, which is obviously a good thing. What do you require? You want some more insurance details, is that right?
I want him
Now we get the he said, they said. The auditor confronts a company representative directly, laying out the timeline blow by blow, and it's here the cracks start to show. The rep tries to rationalize the driver's actions, suggesting he simply pulled into a safe area. But the auditor isn't having it. He fires back with precision. The bus didn't stop because of the crash. It stopped to drop off passengers. That's a critical distinction, and it flips the entire narrative. This is where suspicion turns into suspicion confirmed.
Prosecuted for leaving the scene of an accident, and he's attempted to strike me with his bus.
He won't be prosecuted.
Why not?
Because I don't believe.
Do you mind identifying yourself for me, please?
You can see my number there.
So I might have issues reading that. If you don't mind verbalising it, please.
That's right there. Look, you can see the camera.
Right. So PC right there.
Okay.
PC right there.
That's it.
So 3 points for identification, officer. You're going to refuse to comply by your policy. Is that what we're doing right now?
So have you got the actual ID of this particular bus? I know it's obviously the 259. Yeah, is there also another particular number that you can get? If there's like this, whichever curve in the bus, particular number. That 577. Is that the one, yeah? 577. What's the 577?
Do you mind doing me a favour? Can I just get you to identify yourself, please?
Yeah, 1993 November Alpha.
And what's your name, sorry?
Joe Garland.
Joe Garton.
Are you
Correct, yeah. Sorry, pal. Sorry, mate. Just out of interest, see when there is a collision, what details are supposed to be exchanged?
It's normally name and address and insurance details.
Okay.
This is obviously TFL property. He's driving a bus, so what I would expect is the name of the driver, the bus number, and the registration.
Okay.
There's also a particular number that you can get. So there's that CCTV.
So, sorry, you've not identified yourself, so until you do so, I'm sorry, your colleague was able to verbally identify.
Here's where the temperature rises. The auditor demands accountability, insurance details, an ID, an admission. But something feels off. The response is evasive, deflective. And then, the moment that changes everything, he turns his attention to a uniformed officer and drops the line that defines the entire video. Do you stand on your oath today, officer? That's not just a question. That's a challenge. That's the moment the video stops being about a bus crash and starts being about who's really being held accountable here.
Registration plate. So he didn't provide any of them.
Obviously, you've had an RTC with the bus.
He didn't provide any of them. The stuff that you said, he had to provide, he's not provided any of that. Is he going to provide that now?
Well, we'll get to that.
Is he going to provide that?
Sorry? Can I see the information, please?
Yeah, you can see it, of course. Not unreasonable. A bit of paper. It says you can see it.
Is there if I hold it?
No.
Okay. Is there anything on the back of that?
An empty form.
TOA.
No, you know his supervisor was here and told him that he should have left more information as well.
Okay, well they literally work there.
Exactly, yeah.
So,
And I've walked off now. But even his supervisor agreed that he should have given me more information.
say again? T. What's your name? What's your first name? T-A. Yep.
At what point are you going to sort of look at the evidence as to see whether or not he left the scene of an accident? Just out of interest.
Which evidence is that?
So there's CCTV dotted all around the bus. I've got a dash cam. I've got several witnesses inside the car. Like, all of them will corroborate exactly what I've
So
told
where
you.
exactly did it happen?
As I said, it happened down there, the other side of the roadworks. I don't.
The officer is now under the microscope, and it's not going smoothly. Instead of clarity, we get contradictions. Does leaving the scene count if you stop nearby? Does it count if you're picking up passengers? The auditor pushes back on every excuse, refusing to let ambiguity slide. And here's the twist. It's no longer just the bus driver being scrutinized. It's the police response itself that's now on trial, in real time, on camera, for the whole internet to judge.
I don't know this road, I'm not from this area, as you can imagine.
No, we're not going to do CCTV
Why
inquiries
not?
to establish that.
Why not?
Because it's not required. He stopped here.
But I'm making an allegation. I'm making an allegation. He left the scene of a crime They left the scene with a collision,
Okay, I
sorry.
appreciate that's your allegation, but that's
Right,
not.
and then he nearly
that's
struck me with
proven to be not the case. So we're
he
not
nearly
gonna-
struck me with his bus.
we're not gonna do
I would say he tried to do that on purpose. So you're not willing to take my allegation and
how did that
investigate that? Pardon?
So how did that happen?
I was asking for his information. He slammed the window and drove off, turning in towards me. I had to back up away from the vehicle. What's this?
Bus registration number.
Yep,
That's the actual bus itself, the 259.
and that's his name.
That's the bus identification of this particular bus here. 'Cause obviously, there's loads of 259 buses there.
Yeah.
That's the driver's name. That's all you need.
What's that badge you've got on your uniform?
What badge?
This, is that not banned by Sir Matt Rowley?
Okay,
It's not.
we're done here, sir.
So
You
you
need to
can
use your
recognise-
vehicle.
You normally disobey direct orders from your superiors.
Good for you, sir. Have a good day.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
done. You can move your vehicle.
I'll move it when I'm ready.
You're happy to go.
Yeah, I'm moving on ready, gentlemen. Have a nice day. Enjoy jogging on, winding your neck in.
Okay, buddy.
Thanks for not doing. Thanks for not doing your job. Thanks for not doing your job, as per usual.
God bless.
These are an absolute disgrace to the uniform.
Right, do you want to move your vehicle?
I need to wait for you to go.
No, I'm waiting for you to move your vehicle.
How am I supposed to move it when you're literally right in front of me? I'll go when I'm ready.
Okay,
Listen, one last thing. Why didn't you tell me your body worn videos were running? Again. Yeah, but why didn't you tell me? It's part of your policy. Yeah, it is. Of course it is. Oh, you're an absolute moron. See you later.
This is the breaking point. The auditor demands the bare minimum: a name, a badge number, basic identification, and what he gets instead is resistance, silence, deflection. It's a masterclass in tension. Every unanswered question adds fuel to a fire that's already burning. And just when you think it can't escalate further, he drops the accusation everyone's been waiting for. This isn't just an accident anymore. This is a cover-up in motion.